Begin right now overseas with Russia unleashing a barrage of missiles and drones on Ukraine's capital in the worst attack on Kyiv in a year. Now, this attack comes after Moscow accused Ukraine of a drone strike on the Kremlin overnight on Wednesday and of trying to assassinate Russian President Vladimir Putin. Kyiv is denying those accusations. Now, there's been no reports of civilian casualties in the latest assault on Kyiv or any infrastructure damage. Ukrainian officials also saying that every drone and missile was destroyed. Scripps News international correspondent Jason Bellini is live for us right now in Kyiv, Ukraine. So, Jason, bring us up to speed on what exactly has happened here. What is the latest with this Russian attack?
Hi there, Veronica. Well, we were able to see some of this with our own eyes. Right from here, people throughout Kyiv watched as anti-aircraft systems apparently took out, and according to officials, took out 2 Russian drones. And from right where I'm standing, which is near the Foreign Affairs Bureau, I was able to see anti-aircraft fire, red flares going into the sky. And then on social media, Ukrainian social media lit up with video from Maidan Square, the famous Maidan Square, where people were filming in the air as a drone was shot down. And just incredible footage to watch. Now, one of these drones, according to city officials, caused a fire when it landed, but no one has been injured. There are fire crews that are on the scene, and this is an area that's very close to downtown. It's near the train station, so the attack is really on the heart of Kyiv with these drones. And we heard the air raid siren. It was about 8 o'clock local time. The sun was just setting at that hour, and that's when we were able to see those flares going through the air as the air defense system kicked into place, kicked into high gear. So we had about a 20-minute warning, I would say, before we actually saw the drones and heard the anti-aircraft fire from here. And it really just goes to show that this city right now is, even as spring is blooming and things during the day seem normal here, this is a city that's been coming under attack night after night this week. And this, for most people, including myself, is the loudest we've ever heard it this here in the central part of Kyiv, Veronica.
Yeah, I can only imagine how scary it must be, Jason. But in the meantime, Ukrainian officials are saying that no civilians have been injured or killed, no damage to infrastructure. Tell us more about this battle that is being fought. How is Ukraine able to fend off these types of attacks?
Well, they've got a lot of practice at it now, and the Ukrainian officials aren't saying specifically what systems they're using. I mean, this appears to be, pardon me, anti-aircraft guns. They wouldn't use these more advanced systems with the very scarce and expensive munitions. We're talking about the Patriot missile system. That would be used to shoot down cruise missiles. And though they've taken out cruise missiles this week, they haven't said what they used to do that. They're being very circumspect about where they're using that most advanced system. But what I can tell you is that the Kyiv, they've had pretty much this week a 100% success rate. That's not been true elsewhere in the country. For example, last night there were 15 drones that, according to Ukraine's Southern Military Command, entered the Odessa area. They were able to shoot down 12 of them, but 2 managed to hit a residential building there. It was a dormitory. Fortunately, no one was killed there. And in other parts of the country, it appears that the Russians are really upping their attacks, especially in Kherson, where a large number of civilian casualties from attacks there.
And before I let you go, Jason, I wanted to ask you how Ukrainians have been responding to these accusations coming from Russia of this attempted assassination on their president, on Vladimir Putin.
Well, the people here are saying it's nonsense, and now the very respected Institute for the Study of War, we often cite them with their analysis. They say that this was a false flag attack, meaning the Russians, they did this to make it look like the Ukrainians were doing this. Again, this according to the Institute for the Study of War. But there's great concern here that this pretext, as the Ukrainians see it, will be used for more attacks and to try to get the Russian people. And this is what ISW says, that they're trying to get the Russian authorities are trying to get the Russian people to get more behind the war and to be supportive of perhaps call up of more troops to enter this war.
I could see
Veronica?
that. Well, we always appreciate your reporting, Jason. Please stay safe for us. Jason Bellini reporting live from Kyiv.